in order to fix a problem, you must recognize that there's a problem. He did.
I know that the increasing cost of living is the #1 concern for all of us. It is driven by fast escalating fuel prices at the pumps, which is caused by high crude oil prices on the world market and our depreciated currency.
Welcome back to AfrigaZone for Africa to win. My name is Raphael. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today, the state of address on economy of Akufo-Addo, the president of the nation of Ghana. It has been a week when the president, His Excellency, the president addressed the nation on the economy. The currency of Ghana, the Ghana cedi, has been kind of so depreciated at this time where we are right now, as I'm speaking right now. The prices, the cost of living in Ghana right now has gone up. But what he really said after a week, what he really said last Sunday, we want to listen to it. And when I come back, stay tuned, remain tuned. When I come back, we are going to look into some of the points that he talked about. Critically, this is basically economics 100. This is economics for the dummies. I'm going to take you through the 7 points, that the main 7 points that he talked about, the crux of his address. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. Generate the notification button so that anytime our video comes out, you should be first to watch it. Also, like, share this video to your neighbors and to your friends and in the community of the diaspora. AfrigaZone for Africa to win. Watch right here.
For us in Ghana, our reality is that our economy is in great difficulty. The budget drawn for the 2022 fiscal year, that is this year, has been thrown out of gear, disrupting our balance of payments and debt sustainability, and further exposing the structural weaknesses of our economy. We are in a crisis. We should turn this crisis into an opportunity to resolve not just the short-term urgent problems, but the long-term structural problems, whilst we continue to work on the medium to long-term structural changes that are at the heart of our goal of constructing a resilient, robust Ghanaian economy and building a Ghana beyond aid. I know that the increasing cost of living is the #1 concern for all of us. It is driven by fast escalating fuel prices at the pumps, which is caused by high crude oil prices on the world market and our depreciated currency. I know that this is putting intolerable pressure on families and businesses. I hear from the market queens also that another factor fueling the high prices is the high margins that some traders are slapping on goods for fear of future higher costs. Let me say that the basic problem we face is that we're not making as much money as we need to spend. And what little money we do make is going to pay for the debts we have contracted in preparation for the 2023 budget. At the retreat, we took some firm decisions to put us on the path that will take our nation out of the current economic difficulty. Let me try and give you an outline of the main decisions without getting into the technical language that baffles many of us. To restore and sustain debt sustainability, we plan to reduce our total public debt to GDP ratio to some 55% in present value terms by 2028, with the servicing of our external debt pegged at not more than 18% of our annual revenue also by 2028. We've also decided to continue with the policy of 30% cut in the salaries of political office holders, including the president, vice president, ministers, deputy ministers, MMDCs, and SOE appointees in 2023, just as we will continue with the 30% cut in discretionary expenditures of ministries, departments, and agencies. We're making some progress with the 1D, 1F, but our current situation requires that we take some more stringent measures to discourage the importation of goods that we can and do produce here. To this end, we will review the standards required for imports into the country. Much as we believe in free trade, we must work to ensure that the majority of goods in our shops and marketplaces are those we produce and grow here in Ghana. That is why we have to support our farmers and domestic industries, including those created under the 1D, 1F initiative, to help reduce our dependence on imports and allow us the opportunity to export more and more of our products and guarantee a stable currency that will present a high level of predictability for citizens and the business community. Exports, not imports, must be our mantra. Accra, after all, hosts the headquarters of the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade. If you talk down your money, it will go down. If you allow an unidentifiable person to talk down your money, it will go down. The recent turbulence on the financial markets was caused by low inflows of foreign exchange and was made worse in the last 2 to 3 weeks, in particular, by the activities of speculators and the black market. And I also want to assure all Ghanaians that no individual or institutional investor, including pension funds, and government or instruments, will lose their money as a result of our ongoing IMF negotiations. There will be no haircuts. So I urge all of you to ignore the false rumors. Just as in the banking sector cleanup, government ensured that the 4.6 million depositors affected by the exercise did not lose their deposits. We are determined to restore stability to the economy and provide relief, and asking for your support to rescue Ghana from the throes of this economic crisis. We will triumph, as we have triumphed many times before. Let us unite and rally around our republic, its institutions and its democratic values, and insist that under God we will emerge victorious from our current difficulty. This too shall pass, as the battle is the Lord's.
Okay. Wonderful people of the diaspora and in the diaspora. The number of the points that I take note of, for me, there are 7, and we want to go through it one by one. It's not going to take long. Stay tuned. And in Ghana, and to the Ghanaian diaspora, to the Ghanaian people abroad, overseas, for Ghanaian people back home, to the youth of Ghana, to the people, to the family, to the elderly, to the mid-age people, to the Generation X, to the school children, and to the young children, to the adolescent in Ghana. What he talked about was basically economics 101. And it is also called economics for the dummies. Number one, he first acknowledged the problem. He first acknowledged the situation in Ghana. The economy is in the mess. The economy, it is bad. The state of economy of Ghana right now, as I'm speaking, as a matter of fact, it is bad. He first acknowledged it. And I think that this is the first behavior, the first mindset. That's what it's supposed to do. In order to fix a problem, you must recognize that there's a problem. He did, which is good. And he projected that the solution to turn things around, to bring back the economy, to fix the economy, he projected that we should rather think of long term instead of short term. Long term instead of short term. That is the point number 2. Okay. So basically, economics 101, the global economy means that the world economy right now, it is in bad shape. It is in bad shape due to what is happening. You know, the war, what is in Ukraine, what is happening. And we could see that the world order is being changed right now. The world order is being modified. So there's inflation, but as for Ghana inflation, it is very, very high. It is very high. The cost of living, it is very high. Last time I was in Ghana, I left Ghana in August 10th, 2022. The exchange rate was $1 for, I think, 730, 7.3. $100, you get 730. But within 3 months, for $1 to get to almost 15 and 1600 Ghana city. Whoa! The Ghana city has been so much depreciated. So it has caused an inflation. It has ballooned. The cost of living has ballooned. So there's a higher cost for merchandise, for goods, and then for commodities, but they are not added value, right? Let's say that, when you buy wache for 5 cedi with everything, and you get food. It is okay, and this can sustain you for the whole day. At least to the evening, around 4 and 5 o'clock. Right now, when you go, the same size of wache, the same amount of wache that you used to buy for $5, you double or it triple. But they don't give you as much. And when you eat it, it won't sustain you even up to 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. That is what it is. It was not added value. You pay too much money, but at the same time, what you get is not even enough. This is what is called inflation. So everybody right now, we should prepare for a global recession. Since May, before even I came to Ghana, I went to Ghana. I left here, went to Ghana. I told myself that, I see the economy already in recession. So this is where we are right now. So, and he named few things that have caused it. The Ghana city depreciation. And then also, he mentioned some of the big traders, some of the big sellers, who have warehouses, who really give things in detail, in bulk. Such people, what they are doing is that they slap, prices on top of it, making it in such a way that, the small sellers, the distributors, the small distributors. And then what is happening is that they fear that, okay, tomorrow, what's going to happen? What is going to happen? Am I going to have enough money to go back and buy? So they are afraid to take money out of their own pocket. So what they do is that they slap, they add prices, they add money, they add much cost to it, so that the same money that is coming is what is being used. So they don't want to lose from their own pocket. Also, there are speculators. Speculators. You gotta be very careful. He talked about it also. You gotta be very careful. And then sometimes, they are somewhere manipulating everything behind the scene. It is economy. So, in that, as he projected that, we need a long-term solution instead of a short-term solution, I think that it was a good idea. So number 3, he put out forth, the strategy of cutting, all employees, including the agencies and the government, the cabinets and of the government, that they are going to cut their salary 30% down. 30% down. Meaning that, let's say that if an employee of the government, earns 10,000 Ghanas as salary at the end of the month, 30% from 10,000 is 3,000. So it will no longer get 10,000, but that employee will get 7,000 Ghanas. And then it says that it started from himself downward, from the top downward. Okay, that's what he said. So actually, the same thing was reported to him when he came to the office, that he has a big government, but this was not taken into account. So that's what we are seeing today. And number 4, smart free trade strategy is very simple. The free trade is already happening within a continent among the African countries. I did a vlog about it, and then check it out. So it's happening already. The free trade is happening, but smart free trade means that we should export more and import less. Whatever we need, as whatever we call basic needs, like soap, like what we eat, what we use on a daily basis, mostly, we should export those. We should manufacture them in Ghana, and then we manufacture them in Ghana, use it, utilize them, and then if we have enough, then we have to push for export. So what does it mean? When we do export, people pay, right? So money comes to the country, and we use the same money and we pump it back into the business. But import, the way that we have been importing a lot right now, things are coming from China, things are coming from America, things are coming from Europe, commodity, merchandises and goods. So when they come, we pay them money, right? So our money, the money goes out of the country. They take the money out and take it back to America, take it back to China, and they take it back to Europe. So it does us no good. Yeah. So number 5 is that it talk about something that I believe that I see that people do not take it well, because people are furious. People are not happy right now. People are upset right now, especially our families who are back home in Ghana, who are living in Ghana right now. They are feeling so much peace. And then we must understand that this recession is global. Even here in America, the same thing is happening. But here, what the government do, especially from the federal level to the state level, to the city level, to the county level, district level, they are engaged. They communicate. They come to the media. They implement things. How can we make it well? That's why you could see that there's not every people are feeling it, but people are still hopeful. And I believe that it started to do something like that. So he said that number 5, he said that if you talk down your money will go down. It means that if you are speaking negative things, to the economy, the value of the economy will go down. It will lose value. Our currency will lose value. Basically, it says that there is a power in the words. There's a power in your words. The fruit of your lips, whatever you say, comes to pass. So thinking that, suggesting that we should confess positive things, I believe that, I think that it went into preaching to us. So, and number 6, he asks for support. He asks, basically, this is psychological. This is, he wants us to, to be able to change our mindset, to be able to stabilize our mindset, so which is good. And then in number 6, he also makes sure that those who are saving for their retirement, for those who are saving their money for their pensions, there's allegation and then there's rumors all over the places that those investments also might go in the air. The investment might come to nothing, or the investment might lose value. But he ensure he voiced it out, he ensured that, you know what, there's no such thing, this is just an allegation or remorse. So, you know, for our elders who are aspiring, you know, to retire, you know, in few years, you know, he assured you and, you know, spoke to you by his words. He utters his own words, saying that there's no risk for that. So rest assured, just relax. And number seven is that he said that we, as a nation, we will overcome. We shall overcome. And then he talked about stressing out that there has been difficult time before. There has been difficult times before, but we won. We overcome it. We went to the other side. We crossed the finish line with results, good results. What we are seeing today, you know, should really wake us up. Should we really bring enlightenment, rather, that, you know, when we talked about politics, if we want to do politics, we want to be involved in politics. Let us get rid of, you know, you are from the north or you are from the south, you are from the east or you are from the west. You know, we have to vote for people who can do the job. And the patriarchy, and then, you know, and especially from, you know, where I come from, the West Africa, or generally in Africa, and specifically from Ghana, older people do not necessarily have what it takes to lead, you know, a nation, to lead the economy. So we should see Ghana, as a nation, and then be able to understand what the person wants to do for the nation moving forward. You know, we give him the benefit of doubt, and as long as it is still leading the country, we have to rally around him and support him and see how Ghana will change. We, you know, outside the country, you know, coming back and forth, in and out, you know, we are praying, and then we want to make sure that we are also participating by supporting, you know, our families back home, and then also strategically investing in the right place. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have learned something, like this video, share this video to your neighbors, to your friends in the diaspora, to your brothers and sisters in the diaspora. And this is how we connect with one another. This is how we network with one another in the diaspora. Again, my name is Raphael. I'll see you shortly in the next video. Ciao.